What's up? What's up? It's your boy J Class in the building. It's Bonfire Day 24 just started, 28 minutes in, and it is day 12 of the TitanX 250 million TitanX challenge. We're going to look into day 24, going to overview day 23, and we're going to see how we're doing on this wallet. So after this, we'll get into it.
Welcome to Bonfire BFX on the X28 ecosystem, where innovation meets community. Harness the power of smart burn technology to create a sustainable, deflationary environment. No central control, no expiration dates. Just a transparent, self-reinforcing cycle where every contribution fuels lasting impact. As we evolve, our recycle pool ensures a lasting, self-sustaining ecosystem. Burn smarter. Ignite your future with Bonfire.
All right. So let's refresh and just make sure we're looking good. So right now, X28, a billion X28 is $286.60. And what's interesting is TitanX. TitanX is $317.70. And what that means, since TitanX is X28, that means if you were to go swap, if you have TitanX and you were to go swap a billion TitanX for X28, you would get more X28. You'd get a decent amount of X28 extra. And that's just a basic arbitrage opportunity. And so if you were to, let's say you had TitanX today in your wallet and you wanted to mine Bonfire, it would make sense for you to go trade your TitanX for X28 and then come mine Bonfire with X28. And you would essentially be mining more with the same value. Hard to explain, but it's based off of the ratios. TitanX and X28, it should be 1-to-1. And when it breaks away from 1-to-1, that opens up arbitrage opportunities. And when you pair a good arbitrage opportunity with something like Bonfire, where you can use TitanX or X28, you can use that to your advantage and mine more for less. And that's pretty cool. You don't see that very often. Now, we don't have any Titan X. We already have X28, so we can't do that. And see the same thing. If I traded X28 for Titan X, I would get a lot less. Like I would be at maybe 900,000 or 900 million uh, Titan X for my 1 billion X28, which that works the opposite way. We could, if you had 900 million Titan X, you could probably trade it in somewhere around a billion, right? So you're getting 100 million extra just off of a simple price discrepancy that you can take advantage of. And as more people take advantage of it, it brings it back to 1-to-1. And that's the idea of it. So that's just a little something for the day. And as things come up, I'm going to discuss them, right? But this opportunity hadn't come up until now. So we're discussing it. And you can also use ETH and USDC on Bonfire. Ethereum is looking like it, well, we can't say it for sure yet, but it's definitely up recently. So it's starting to move up. So if you maybe bought ETH at 2,400, maybe you want to spend ETH instead and USDC, same thing. It's just an extra option. So since we don't have TitanX, we have X28. We're going to leave it on X28. $286 for 1 billion X28, and that's going to get you 36,900 smart burn power, which will estimate 3 million BFX for the day, 98 million over the 8 days, and that $286 has potential of $1,881 over the 8 days, and we do know that that will reduce over the 8 days, but we've been consistently staying over whatever we put in, right? Definitely over 100%. So, and that's just as of now, right? If price increases, then this number gets bigger. If price decreases, it's going to be smaller. So it does depend on the price. So far, one person has mined 110 million X28. There is 1.43 billion BFX in supply. We're back above 500 million being vested. 1 BFX is 66.88 X28, and that's at 401921 USD price. Our buy and burn is at $16,583, and that is 57.86 billion X28. We have $213 set to buy and burn on the next call, and we're sitting at a 1.5 time multiplier. So that's pretty awesome. 209.5 million BFX has been burned. That's 14.7%. Plus this recycle pool that is locked until day 369. And we're doing good. So our day 14 miner, it's still going up. It looks like maybe somebody claimed yesterday. And we're at 104%. So we're 4% above what we should have mined. So that means this number just keeps going up. And as users claim, we get our share of this vesting pool. So that's how we get our bonus. And let's see, day 21, we're at 94%, day 22, 93, and day 23 just came up and we're at 92. So day 21 looks like a good vesting day. So we want to leave that one. Day 22, it's only the second day. We're at 93%, and it's at just barely under 1 million. But there is a lot of users still in. But that's really not a lot of Bonfire either for me. Like, that's not a big miner for me. Day 23, really a lot of users still in, and this pool isn't going to really start filling until tomorrow because all day it's you can only start claiming 20 minutes ago, right? So we anticipate at least a few of the users to claim early, and that's going to increase this pool, and we won't know what it is until today ends. So, and all of these still have, a lot of users You know, some people might wait to 97% before they claim early, right? So just because they're vesting now doesn't necessarily mean they're vesting long term, right? And that's something that we really don't know. Nobody knows except the user of the one. You know, each one of these users knows what they're doing, but you know, I don't know what they're doing. You don't know what they're doing. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 future miners running, and this is today. And if we don't add anything and no new users come in, this is what we're looking at, which yesterday was 26 users. So maybe we get a few more today, unless a huge spike of users comes, right? But, you know, maybe 26, 27, 28 would be ideally what I would imagine. So this number isn't really going to reduce much. These two, a little bit, right? They're not going to stay the same, but a little bit, I will imagine, will reduce. And then these obviously are all going to reduce a good bit. But that's when we come in with our new miner and top it off. And instead of having 4 weekdays, we got these 4 would be strong days, and we'd have 4 more underneath it. And then we would ideally have even more vesting days. And that's the strategy that we're kind of running on this wallet. It's a small wallet, and we're using vesting days as our bags, and we're compounding the days that we're not vesting into bigger miners to get more vesting days. And that's kind of how we're playing it. Seems like maybe we're getting close to where maybe strategically it's getting close to time where you want to do less compounding and more vesting. And that's because of just the tokenomics and the scenario, right? Um, you know, we don't want to compound at the bottom. That makes no sense. We want to compound until we find the bottom and then just hold. We want to hold for the long term. Uh, Maybe sell a little on the way up, but we're not. That's not the goal. We want to hold long. We want to get bags for long term because we think Bonfire and TitanX are going to do really well in the future. And with it being in its heavy inflation stage, you know, we're at 42 million a day. So this is kind of a opportunity to stack it more because it gets harder to mine every day. You know, tomorrow, maybe the next day, we're at 40, we're under 42, which means, you know, in the next week, we're in the 30s, you know, and then before long, you'll blink and, you know, there's only 15 million BFX available for distribution in a day. And if you got a 15 million BFX bag, then that means your bag is an entire day's distribution. And the buy and burn, you know, X28's down, but if X28 goes back up, then, you know, we're right back at 20, 21 grand, and we're buying and burning while we're doing it. So system's running good. Everything's looking good. Our wallet is doing good. We got 137.81 million X28. We could, let's see, do we want to add today? I don't think we're going to add today. Let's see. 7,000. Would we start with 8,000? So we're just under where we started. Let's see if I max mint, I would get 5,000 smart burn power on top of the 7. So that would be 12,000. That would be 50% bigger than our first one if I did that. And that would put us right at 1,000,000 mined for the day. Well, 1.1, closer to 1.1. Decisions. Let's see. What would tomorrow? Tomorrow, we're at 5,000 smart burn power. And if it stayed the same, we'd be at 10,000. And that would still be bigger than our first one, maybe 20%, 15 to 20% bigger. And as far as claiming, I don't think this one's big enough to really claim, especially gas is a little, definitely higher than it has been. It's 5 GWE is your average. So we'd be paying a little extra in gas compared to the past week or two. And it's really not a lot of bonfire. So I think that's the play. We're going to just let these days vest. We got 4 days vesting. We got 7 days mining. And we got 137 million X28. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to let this buy and burn work. And it'll probably trigger 1 or 2 more times before tomorrow. And maybe nobody sells. And all of this just looks like a genius move. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're not going to do anything today. And looking like tomorrow, we're going to come in and double, or not double. Well, yeah, maybe double. And we're going to add to our miner tomorrow on day 25. And then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Instead of 6 mining days, we'll have 8. And we'll have 5 days vesting. So that'll be 13 total days of play. And we started with 8. Yep. That's what I'm seeing today. So I think that might be it for the stream. What else can we discuss? TitanX is at 6 zeros 3177. X28 is at 6 zeros 2866. So that's your arbitrage opportunity for the day. It's like a 10%. You get, if you just do that swap, you're gaining 8%, 7.5%, 8%. That's a guaranteed 7% come up. That's just the easiest it's ever gonna get. 2669 is Ethereum. So Ethereum's trying to get back up. Looks like maybe 2800 is 2850 is going to be the new level to pop out of. First, we need to cross 2,700, but there's room on the RSI, so that's good. Gas is 4.4, that's good. And apparently Trump, I believe, bought 5 million worth of Ethereum yesterday or this morning. I saw that on Twitter. Not sure if if that's exact, just going off of memory, but I think that's what it was. Trump bought another 5 million worth of Ethereum. So kind of be silly to be bearish on Ethereum and Bitcoin, in my opinion, but people do their thing. All depends on where you bought at, I guess. Yeah, so I think that's it for the day. John with the flame. That's what's up. Just getting started. Future's bright. And I think that's it for today. Pretty simple day. Let's look at a vesting pool. 280 tomorrow, 271, 252, 246, 94,000 on day 29. 30 is 76,000. 31 is only 17,000 with one user mining so far on day 31. Day 22, almost a million. Day 21, 2.27 million. Day 20, 798,000. Day 19, that's the big day, 4.59 million with only 13 users. So if you happened to be a investor on day 19, congratulations. That is the big day. And the longer it takes for this, for these users to claim, the better it might be in the future, just because, maybe like day 250, maybe 275, this vesting pool is going to be more than the daily distribution. And, depending on where we're at that point, that could be huge. And then the last man obviously sets off a trigger that makes the future huge. And I can't imagine some of these users, at least the last few, would hit their big bonus, right? I mean, that depends on how big your wallet is, but if you're a small wallet like this YouTube wallet, and you in here, and you hold off, I don't see a reason why you wouldn't max out your bonus, right? That all just depends on the scenarios. And we missed it on this wallet. We actually messed up and compounded that day. So yeah, that kind of messed us up. That set us up for the future. But I would trade all of these in for that one day, right? Maybe not all of them, but excuse me, these four equal 5.15 million in the vesting pool, where this one is 4.59 million, and it's only 13 users, right? Day 14 got 12 million users. All the rest are in the 20s. So, I mean, yeah, it would be beneficial to pretty much trade these 4 vesting days for that one. And that's that kind of shows the significance of mining mining more often with smaller bags, instead of mining one big miner and letting it run for 8 days. Which you still in on these pools, but might be better just to go in with $50 every other day, or $20 every other day instead of just all in on one. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. Yeah. So that's that. Day 19 is our big day. If you're one of the 13 still in it, congratulations. That might be a big thing in the future. It's definitely set up to be, and that all depends on, market and at the end of the year, right? That's a long time to go. We don't know what's going to happen, but as long as the buy and burn keeps staying full and we start getting like really deflationary, there's no reason the price would go down, in my opinion, right? So yeah, that looks like a good long-term play to me. Congratulations. Hopefully one of these few days coming up with these big preload vesting pools, hopefully we'll get another one around 3 or 4, 5 million again, and hopefully we catch it on this wallet. But so yeah, I think that's it for me today. It is February 12th, day 24. You got 23 hours left to get in, and we'll find out if yesterday or today or tomorrow one of these vesting pools pops off. Hopefully we'll get in the next one. So that's it. It's your boy J Class. And until tomorrow, unless you dip in Telegram or on Twitter, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Stay blessed.
You see, I'm a guy with simple taste. I enjoy dynamite, gunpowder, and gasoline. Wow, everything burns.
Running one hell of a something. We got the fire. Running one hell of a something. We got the fire.
It's such a simple concept, but yet nobody has done it.
Light it up.
It's such a simple concept, but yet nobody has done it.
Everything burns. You see, I'm a guy with simple taste. I enjoy dynamite, gunpowder, and gasoline. Wow, everything burns.
Running one hell of a something. We got the fire. Running one hell of a something. We got the fire.
It's such a simple concept, but yet nobody has done it.
Light it up.
It's such a simple concept, but yet nobody has done it.